Hey, what's up, guys? So, a while back, I did a video on 3 things to make your streams look pro, and I've done the music portion of that in a tutorial, so check that out. And then also, I did an example of how lighting can make your streams look pro, but I didn't really show you exactly how to set it up. So in this video, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a quick and easy way to set up lighting that's gonna make things look really nice, but at least you'll have the knowledge and you can have it look kind of similar to mine if you wanted to. And before we get started today, just, if you guys want, check out my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/theroguevanian. And I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. Also, check out my Twitter. It's twitter.com/roguevanian. And just recently, I started my Discord, and I'll have the links to all these in the description below. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you guys is just what the setup looks like in general. And then you guys can go from there, and I'll show you when I turn the lights on and off what that's going to look like and how that's actually affecting the overall quality of your lighting. All right, guys, so here is what my setup looks like, and I'm going to walk you guys through kind of how I set mine up and how it's kind of placed in my studio area. So let's take a look first. I'll describe kind of where things are placed, and then at that point what I'll do after that is I'll kind of show you when I have the lights on and off how that's going to look and how that's going to affect the picture quality, like I said. So let's take a look here, and first what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the studio area. So let's get up here and see what we got. As you can see, I have my whole desk set up here. So you obviously see my camera, have my computer set up, and everything around it, my RGB lighting, all that stuff. So what you have here is, first to start, this is what I like to call my key light. And then to the left, slightly behind the key light, it's kind of set back a little further than the key light is, I have my fill light. Now with my fill light, I actually go a little bit brighter on that. And, I'm not a professional photographer, but for some reason, I like to make the fill light brighter than the key light, whereas some people and professionals might say the opposite. But I like doing it this way. It makes things look nice, and that's just kind of what I prefer. Now, some people use what they call a hair light or a backlight. I don't use a backlight, but I have recessed lighting, and obviously that one's out there, but I use my recessed lighting as my backfill light, but I also use it as my hair light. So rather than using a backlight, I just use a hair light. And then guys, I want to show you something that's like pretty important is I have my RGB lighting, and this lighting here isn't so important, but if I come around into my studio, this is kind of how I set up my RGB lighting if you guys want to know. I have it kind of set on just a chair, and it's shining on my back wall. So that's how I get that aesthetic in the back. And guys, I'll show you how that really affects the quality. And then also I have another set of just random RGB lights back here with all kinds of wiring and junk, but I have that back there to shine on the wall there. And that just has a nice impact on just the quality of everything, and you'll see when I show you. So now that you know how it kind of all comes together while all the lights are working at the same time, I kind of want to show you. And if you do look back at my other video of the 3 things that can make your streams look pro video, it does show you the differences when I turn on and off the lights. But just for this video's sake, I'm going to show you all again in case you haven't seen that video. And if you haven't seen that video yet, go and check it out, because lighting isn't the only thing that I talk about, and I'll have the link in the description below to that video if you want to reference back. So anyway, let's jump in here now with just turning on and off the lighting so that you can get an idea. Okay guys, so this is a little bit crazy because I usually film with the lights that I use, and I don't use much normal lamp lighting besides like a couple recessed lightings that are dimmed for my hair light. So this is actually what my setup would look like if I didn't have my key light, fill light, or hair lights on. And obviously my RGB lighting isn't on either, except for in front of my computer here, just so that we can see my face. So let's just start off. We're gonna start by putting on the key light. Okay, now the key light's on. You can see my face, but the lighting still doesn't really look that great. And if you're trying to do professional quality videos, you know, don't get me wrong, this might be something that you might want to use to get started. Just have one light, maybe use some of your house lighting. Then at that point, you wouldn't just probably use a key light, but if you wanted to, at least you have some sort of lighting on your face, and you know, you can kind of upgrade your setup as you go. But I think we can do a little bit better here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on the fill light, and you guys can see the difference between just having the key light and then having your fill light on. All right, fill light's on now. You can see now that the area is being filled in a lot better. You know, you can see behind me a little bit. You see a little bit of lighting on the side of my face, which is nice. And this is acceptable. You can use this kind of lighting. I would still probably use lamp lighting, some other things if you only had this setup, because I feel like this isn't quite enough to make your videos pop, but it'll do. You guys can make videos still. It's just, we can do better. Okay, what I did was I put my recessed lighting on, which is what I use for my hair lighting. My fill light does a little bit of hair lighting, but then the recessed lighting actually does a little bit of like a golden color over my hair, which I like that. A lot of people though will say to just use like very white light and to kind of go against the warm light, which I totally understand that. But for me and my setup, that happens to work really well. So I just kind of stuck with it. So one final thing, and to be honest, this is super important, and it makes things go from a completely basic looking setup to a very professional setup, in my opinion, and that's your RGB lights. So I'm gonna put on the RGB lights, and you can really see the difference here. RGB lights are on. You can see what a huge difference this makes. This is such an extreme difference. Obviously, you still need your key light, your fill light, a backlight, or a hair light, and the RGB lights accent that. But with the RGB lights and that stuff, it really brings it together. So let's review what we went over, kind of how it looked, and then you can get a real idea of the difference here. So here is with your key light. Here is with your key light and your fill light. Here's with your key light, your fill light, and also your hair light. And here is with your RGB lighting. And just to have some fun, what I'll do is I'll start with the key light and show you with the RGB lights on, so you can see the true difference and the impact it has using the full lighting setup. So here is with just the key light on. And here is with the full lighting setup. Well, that's about it, guys. If you guys liked my video, hit like, subscribe, or hit the bell for notifications. And also, check out my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/theroguevanian. And I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. Also, check out my Twitter, twitter.com/roguevanian. And also, check out my new Discord. It's a great community, and it's a good place to collaborate. And also, I have free assets up for you as well. So all the links to all these things are below. So go ahead and check them out. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys all have a great day or night wherever you're at. And I'll catch you guys later. Oh, we're going to get this biatch now. Oh, there she is. Got you.